You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Every great leader begins with a single step. At Olive B Academy, we are raising a new generation of confident, courageous, and purpose-driven African girl leaders. Has your daughter completed the expression of interest form from JSS 1, JSS 2, or SSS 1 for the 2026 to 2027 academic year? Then this is her opportunity to take the next step toward an exceptional future. Join us for the Olive B Academy entrance examination and assessments on Friday 14th and Saturday 15th August 2026, beginning at 12 noon at the beautiful Olive B Academy campus. All applicants are expected to attend. For inquiries, call 232-73-244-444 or 232-90-244-444. Olive B Academy, raising the next generation of African girl leaders.
The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but wetin actually you they look for? Interesting story then in the social media where they shape your life. So, not wetin they happen na the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen so we every day. We dey dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation every Saturday, 10 to 11 o'clock na morning, na all Liberty Online TV platform them.
Salon they take action for every mama and every pikin. Together we go reach zero. We all for take action so no mama no go die where it give life. No pikin no go die from preventable sickness. No pikin no go left behind for take maclet. The race to zero day on now.
But zero no go happen by chance. If you na mama or belle woman, take action. Go na clinic early. If you na papa, take action. Support mama, care you picking for maclet. If you na chief, take action. Encourage belle woman then for go hospital for the well body one. We all for take action for save the life of we woman and picking them. So join with today for take action for reach zero. This message they come out from the Ministry of Health together with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education.
The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but wetin actually you they look for? Interesting story then in the social media where they shape your life. So, not wetin they happen na the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them, to see them where they happen so we every day. We dey dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation every Saturday, 10 to 11 o'clock na morning, na all Liberty Online TV platform them.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staff them everywhere, everywhere. climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah, hey. Our voices come. Hi, yeah, hey. Credibility, now we ability. News, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on we anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah, voices down. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on we anyhow. Give the news, give the view, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah, hey. Our voices come. Hi, yeah, hey. Credibility, now we ability. News, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on we anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. Call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi, yeah, voices down. Hi, yeah. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on we anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. around. Log into Liberty TV online.
All right, good morning, viewers, and welcome to the midweek edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty TV with this team on Facebook, YouTube, and also now our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Where they bring this edition come to you this Wednesday morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And me, Mabel Kaba, good morning. It's Wednesday and at the 12th day of August 2026. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we will continue the conversation around the 2025 Constitutional Amendments Act. Well, we are caught up a situation where, I don't know, one side they say it don't become law, another side they say it's still not to law it. But we continue the conversation and we ask the question, if really where we look forward now, say the president, whether or not he get for sign this particular law, we wait for see. So we ask the question, say if this for come back na parliament and give another chance for let everybody participate, because we all know say the All People's Congress APC party was not part of that particular voting day way turn this particular amendment into a law. So we continue the conversation. So they go for hear from the presidential spokesman. Maybe from waiting the presidential spokesman, they tell the public we might able to gauge whether or not President Biyo get for sign him, because he is the presidential spokesman. Now the person where we're not able to talk to the president directly. Now the person where the interface between the public and that of the president. We go for can talk to him, and also somebody from the well of parliament, from the All People's Congress bench, Honorable Usman Timbo Sevge for can tell we own position and opinion. All of this issue we get to do with this particular constitutional amendments will happen.
Well, if you all remember, on Monday, where the speaker be they do in ruling, he say they refer the matter day na the Supreme Court for interpretation. Well, a lot of people then be left confused whether the bill don't pass or not pass it. Yesterday we start the conversation. We get Honorable Hindolo Gevao from the ruling SLPP, and also we been get CDI Tunis, when are the national spokesperson for the main opposition All People's Congress, with me at the studio. Well, for in believe say na in hope say this bill, His Excellency the President no go put his signature there and it go send them back na Parliament, because CDI Tunis in believe say the debate's not complete, although the MPs then walk out, and we get a private legal practitioner, Chukwuemeka Taylor, where being explain the relevant sections of the Constitution and that of the standing orders, and in belief say at some point the speaker been dropped the ball. And one of the things that we also say, call on His Excellency, such kind controversial bill, let it send them back na Parliament so that they go do the needful, the members of Parliament them. But one side be the way Chukwuemeka Taylor be explained yesterday, that the powers of the speaker will get and no courts, be it Supreme Court, not going to overturn the speaker in ruling. However, as of this morning, the speaker speak through the Parliament of Sierra Leone. The official page is say the speaker's ruling is final and cannot be interpreted or inquired into by any court of law. Now read what the last paragraph actually says. However, since the question whether or not a non-entrenched constitutional provision can be altered by recourse only to Section 91(1) of the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, Act number 6 of 1991, is of grave public interest, I refer this question to the Supreme Court for an opinion to be referred to this House not later than 3 months today to guide future discussions on this matter. I so rule. Well, that's what Mr. Speaker said this morning through the parliamentary official Facebook page. They continue the conversation because anything we get for the Constitution, everybody get your opinion, everybody get your explanation. And this morning we dey get 2 people na the panel, one na a lawyer but also a member of parliament. And as of this morning again, the APC continue for reiterate them position, say the APC they distance themselves from the purported, quote and unquote, purported passage of the Constitutional Amendment Bill. Women say the APC still maintain them position, say they're not a part of the process where the speaker used for pass the Constitutional Amendment Bill of 2025. Women say not just the SLPP and that of the paramount chiefdom within a parliament that then pass this particular bill. So we start the conversation right to Honorable Usman Abdel Timbo, where they between at the studio this morning for can talk about the entire process. If una can remember, even before they begin debate this bill, controversy be done out there between the ruling party and that of the opposition. Say them be don't go meet not okay. Then get a technical committee where fortunately for we this morning, Honorable Usman Timbo have been part of that technical committee. They with the APC been sent for go meet not okay with the Attorney General and some members of the government. Then be discussed and we be host Honorable Parana and make it clear say then we get an agreement. And for them be surprised when the APC go back na parliament and act otherwise, especially on the 2 issues that were a bone of contention, the PR and that of the 50+1, when a threshold for presidential elections. Good morning, Honorable Usman Timbo.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
All right, we continue with this conversation, but before we come to waiting transpire at the well of parliament, let's go back a bit and try for build a context so people go understand. Una be meet with the ruling government, like a technical committee where you know one of the people who will represent your party, the APC. What's in be the conversations in that room?
So I think the context should be waiting in Form Foster's technical committee. You remember when they introduced this bill, that was what led to APC's boycott of parliament, especially with we position being that they don't deviate from the agreements of the agreements of national unity and also the tripartite recommendations. So because the international moral ground was then come, one of the recommendations are that then set up this technical legal committee between the APC and the SLPP and other actors, government and other actors, for look into the entire and see how they harmonize. So the APC put together a team of 3, myself, Dr. Richard Conte and Adi Macaulay Esquire. We meet, I think it was 3 times or 4 times with the Attorney General for see how we deal with the issues then. So when we met, we all agreed that the issues in the bill are plenty, but there are 4 main controversial issues. The first being for do with entrenched clauses. The second being for do with the search and nomination committee. The third being for do with the preferred, the third being for do with the presidential threshold. And the fourth being for do with the preferred electoral system. So the first thing we agree on that every clause we get for do with and when any provision we get for do with an entrenched clause will be deleted from the bill. So that was agreed. The second one will be for do the search and nomination committee, as it was in the draft bill with the Nkegona Parliament. Then give everything to the president, for the president they pick people them how we want and just put them. So we agreed that no, we don't want that. We want institutional representation, as it is for many, many other commissions or many other appointments them to boards them with the president they do. We agreed on that. The third one, on the presidential threshold, we had this understanding that we will move away from waiting and say, because what's in the bill, there's a simple majority plus 20% in 2/3 of the districts. We say this is not what is recommended in the tripartite recommendation. In the tripartite, it says 50% plus 1 plus 25% is half of the districts. However, we had this argument that now that the government is making a move for increase the number of districts, especially in Apanguma and Bandajuma, we say this could give unfair advantage to the SLPP if we use this. So we cannot use this word and say so, as the provider Miaso. And the use of districts in this system is also not helpful. We not expect people to use districts for determining political outcomes. We're not in a federation like in Nigeria or other places, so we don't want that. Okay. So we had this understanding before that also we not agree on something, we they go to the default position when are waiting at the tripartite. Okay. On the fourth point, there was Umar Parantawali there. I think I've heard him on radio and TV. We talk about agreements. He knows. The one point we will not be agree on the preferred electoral system, that whether na first past the post or whether na proportional representation. So that was the first issue where we refer to political parties. We say, let's go do broader consultations. And then we come back and can give an answer to people then. Okay. So we go back. But in the APC's position paper, where APC sent to the Attorney General, then clearly states say the preference is a first past the post. However, they don't mind for consider a mixed type of PR. So we went back with this three of us, and the junior lawyers that would on bring come. So let's go discuss these points and see. Let's look at the various types of PR systems. What's the various type of PR systems? There's one way you get mixed member proportion. So you get first past the post, 50%, the other balance in a PR system. So you get one way, then you directly elect, then part of them, then they do PR system. Okay. So went back to the party, discussed it with the party. The party still feel like, oh, we're not reaching an agreement. In fact, so they call a NAC meeting for discuss this. We were supposed to get back to the Attorney General. The very day we'll do this, that very day they then sack the Solicitor General. As we come out inside the room, we were there right on to the end. He did not even know he has been replaced. Danakoa. He was replaced. So we were supposed to meet back the following Tuesday. 2 weeks, the Attorney General traveled out of the country. We could not meet. The one time we will meet more, that the Attorney General, Osman Timbo and Richard Conte. So in our discussions, we spoke about, even if it's a PR, it was in fact my suggestion that if you want to go to a PR, why you want to bring all this confusion, this kind of system, that kind of system, after 1, 2, you get 3 women? I said maybe it's better for look at 2 separate lists. A general list with a 70% and a female list with a 30%. So what we agreed there, myself, Richard Conte and Alpha Sise, are that Osman Timbo go do a note to file. That's how Richard Conte described it, note to file. I don't know if you know it in a note to file, but in a civil service language, maybe me uncle go explain better with that note to file. So I went and I did this note to file and talk about between we three that this we discuss. And I explain how this PR system go work inside it. However, the third paragraph say we forget to retreat, and that was the agreement, because like I tell you at the start, the document was divided 4 major points and the others are drafting issues. Okay. And in that document where I write the note to file, I can send it to you if you want. The notes, I'll send it to you after this point. The note to file, I write on that they say, we have a retreat. And in that retreat day, this is the technical committee retreat, we do go agree on the proposals. And afterwards, we do go clean the documents. Because the way how the documents, they so, even if when I found they follow the debate, you will see that even the Attorney General go tell you, say, oh, we don't delete this part. We don't change that part. Now, what will be non-discussed so? Now, maybe they delete from the document because we had discussed them. Okay. So before we go to this thing, the retreat was supposed to be just a technical committee retreat. And the Attorney General was willing to do that. However, the weekend when we get the ECOWAS summit now, we received a call and saying that, oh, we need for go do this retreat now, this weekend. But it don't change. Now we're going to do the retreat with the MPs together. When they set up this committee, we called Parliament for Leaders and Representatives. Parliament made it very clear to us that they don't want to be part of that process. Then they wait for the documents where they can a Parliament because Parliament now get primary responsibility for make law. So they did not take part. When we go to the Attorney General gets discussion. And he said, what we go do as the technical committee, we they meet first. He said the first item on the agenda and I follow report to these people, the leadership of Parliament, both APC and SLPP, including the clerk of Parliament. We agreed on a time for 10 o'clock. We meet from 10 till 1 o'clock, then we report to the leadership of Parliament. It's there, recorded. Have evidence of that. When we went there in that morning day, not okay. Me not sleep there. Most other people not sleep there. In fact, myself, Adi, my colleague, Richard Conte, we came in the morning. We went there. Instead of Loge, we own meeting first for agree on the points. We not started to. And collectively now, we all just go sit down. They say, oh, we better just go sit down until we brief the MPs. We were there till after 9:10. We not agree on 1 point. One point. Now, so arguments come out there. So we all said, but this is a waste of time. We're not for Kanaya and all. Okay. So what was agreed at the time now that? What we would do, what the leadership then they say so. We they left the technical committee now, let them prepare a report and present unto the parliamentary leadership the following day. Whatever they choose with them, they say guardedly that the responsibility for me they make law. So okay. So we sat as a technical committee and we left because we to be agree. We said the leadership, these three people where they appoint, myself, Adi Macaulay, and Dr. Richard, the Attorney General, the Attorney General, Deputy Minister of Justice, Solicitor General, and even the Secretary General of SLPP, were high level. So the one way they can do the technical work right and make all lenting then they, but the lawyer them below, law officers, and we on 3 junior lawyers that will okay go. So we sat that night after 10. We said, okay, let me see how they put this report together and present it to the wire. We left this document with these juniors. Lawyer Sise, in the morning, when we come now around 10, 11, for can do the presentation, they don't do a PowerPoint. He said that they report this. When we in the room, now they send to me this report. Now he sent to me, ask me, he said, oh, you don't get the report. He said, I send it to you. I don't send on a phone. When he send the report, now the minutes of the meeting where we get first, who agree on the first points, we one junior lawyer, lawyer bar, on their own side they put together, and me notes to file will be right between me, Attorney General, and Richard Conte. The notes to file. And present. As it is with all our parts where I talk say we forget a retreat and I don't go agree on these points. It was there. And then present as the report. But because we know, so we not reach any agreement between we at that place, the leadership of Parliament accepted it. Honorable Numa talk and tell we thank you for the work we don't do. They don't accept them. Waiting they will make of it in Parliament. They will deal with it. The same statement was echoed by Honorable Abdul Kagbo, and from that point we left then day. So that was, if you're asking of the background of waiting lead to Parliament and their agreement you already talk about. You know, the Attorney General say their papers, their agreements. I have them. Me like I say, this note to file, I'll send it to you. You know, most times when we do these meetings, they ask me to do write-ups. So I write. So they're my words. So when I don't write this, you will see, say, I'll talk, say, the people who were present were 3 of us. We 3 days, we agreed that if we were doing the PR as the preferred system, now so and so and so if we go. However, these things will be agreed on at the retreat. In fact, with the date for the retreat, it then had the notes to file. So that's how that thing happened on that day, leading to us going to Parliament. But the parliamentarians made it very clear that not then your responsibility for make law. And that is why when the document went to Parliament, the first people who changed position are the SLPP. With the first clause in the document, we for do the search and nomination. Even though it was agreed at the tripartite, even though it was discussed and agreed by the technical committee, when the SLPP came to Parliament, they say they don't want the search and nomination committee. They want to go back to consultation. So anybody where they sit down now and blame the APC, say that the APC renege on an agreement. Able, like I say in my debate, don't blow from 2 sides of your mouth. Or not talk from 2 sides of your mouth. One side you say the APC, then the other side you forget, say now you say they do them. Now you force. You say you don't want such a nomination, we want to agree on. If the leadership in Parliament or the parliamentarians now feel like, say, oh, we don't want the other party again, what is wrong?
Let we come now to the debates. After all waiting to happen, so now the background we just don't explain. Finally, una go na the well. Una start for debate this bill. Weeks of debates. And on Monday, una supposed for votes. Una party, through una leader. Una say una not a part of that kind of agreement. Una walk out. The bill don't pass now. Waiting for His Excellency for let his sign waiting be informed on a decision, because yesterday we get a lawyer now we try for explain all the processes and procedures based on the Constitution and the standing order, and it clear say technically una be missed that decision.
So well, you said a lawyer did that, right? May get the privilege for say me a lawyer. I get the privilege for saying a member of Parliament. I get the privilege for saying a post we don't serve in the executive. Thankfully, my uncle Nayam also not be a member of Parliament. He understands parliamentary procedures. He understands the rights of MPs for show them dissatisfaction and the ways by which they show them dissatisfaction. If we feel say the way for show we dissatisfaction, and by walking out, it is justified. A decision we will take. We read the word filibuster, right? It's a big word, but it's a parliamentary process also. We don't see some people get standoffs in Parliament. In the United States last year, even though Donald Trump want pass certain things in Parliament, when they refuse, na Congress, I mean, when they refuse, the country go on a shutdown for over 1 month, just because they never get them. So nobody question the decision of the parliamentarians on why they go. Yes, it's his opinion, but not a member of Parliament, so they don't understand how parliamentary process works. The APC was dissatisfied. Nothing they will do in secret, because the reason why we walked out was clearly stated by the leader of the opposition, that we don't want to be a party to a treasonous act. We're going to leave. Whether you interpret and say we were right, or you interpret and say we were wrong, are leaving the parliament, are part of a parliamentary right. So nobody should question whether what we do be right or wrong. You might question, say, oh, you know, like, oh, it wasn't the right time. But don't tell us walking out of parliament, not right. So I'm sorry that lawyer, my opinion again, but we were right, and it was not out of hot blood.
Una be walk out so na they expect for let them pass the bill be una?
It's not possible.
Why
it's
not
supposed to be possible? The law is very clear. It says section 108, even by their own argument, and no one is even arguing this. No one is arguing this. There are 2/3 now the need for pass the bill. In fact, their own arguments are that there's a difference between a bill and a clause. So the argument are that for pass them, now 2/3 now you need for pass the bill. The point will work out now on the argument whether the clause in a bill is the same as the bill, as the Constitution right hand. That was the argument. So the 2/3 when they talk about, it was very clear. Nobody is arguing that, right? So then one part where they hold. SLPP is arguing that. In addition, even though I see a different ruling by the Speaker, the vote and proceedings of the Tuesday where we sit on a parliament, stay Tuesday or Wednesday we sit on a parliament, stay 2 in the morning. It is written there. Because the bill, now 2 readings you get. The second reading, no 3 readings. The first reading with the introduction and first reading. The second and third reading. By the second reading, you need 2/3 of the members of parliament for they pass to the third. The third reading, you need 2/3 of the members of parliament for they pass. For they pass the bill. Now, in the record of votes and proceedings, thankfully you work in parliament, you know a record of votes and when I say record of votes and proceedings, now the minutes. The right hand they say for let them pass from the second stage, from the second reading to the third stage. The question was put, and by collection of voices without any dissension, 146 members of parliament present, with nobody saying nay. They don't get the 2/3 required. When you go to the record of votes and proceedings at page 16, the right hand they say the 2/3 required. So in their own record of votes and proceedings, they don't tell you say the second reading are 2/3 now they need. You come to the third reading now. The same speaker. Now I tell you say they don't need 2/3 because the 2/3 now under section 108. It tell you say no, at the go under section 91. We get for do with simple majority, even though now in Binongi a ruling before in the Lara Taylor Pierce Auditor General case that 2/3 where the parliament say 2/3 of members of parliament, I mean all of members in parliament, I mean the one that presents that day and voting. He said so. And even on that day, Nine talk about different sections where the Constitution say he require 2/3. Himself, he did it. He talk about when you want to pull Chief Justice, judges, when you want to pull President, Vice President, when you want to talk about state of emergency. He mentioned all of those things. And he mentioned also section 108 where for the alteration of the Constitution. He said that 2/3 now you need. Only for make a gay ruling under section 91. However, like they say in this their statement, this cannot be inquired into in a court of law. However, what can never be stopped are the fact that anybody who seeks constitutional clarification can go to the Supreme Court. And I have made it very clear that for posterity's sake, the fact that I was in that well of parliament, when I debated, I made it very clear that what would they do so today is history. Everybody go point at we to ma say, na Sege Thomas honorable, na him na be the speaker, Numa na be the leader. Abdul Kagbo was there, Osman Timbo was there. He was there as a witness. Posterity go judge we tomorrow. And when this happen, waiting we do will be the question. And for that reason, I will not sit. I belong to a political party, yeah? I have a leadership in parliament. Are they behind them? And I'll have conversations with them for know where they want to go. If not, I will take this matter to the Supreme Court for interpretation of the Constitution. Not the decision of the Speaker, but for interpret the sections of the Constitution. I will do that.
Honorable Timbo, what you will say to the public, because I guess you said they follow the social media. Since the APC been made the decision for Waka Comot na Parliament at that stage, before them pass the bill behind owner, outside the interest of the public being lie, like you say, when I don't come a long way, don't get different seminars, them una don't hold, una don't discuss, agree, disagree, and reach a point now, the climax of it all, the APC not be able for the well where they make the decision. Also, when I been put the interest of the people, that moment you wanna come out now.
Number one, most paramount, the interest of the people. I'll tell you why. The thing will don't happen so. One of the most dangerous in this nation. It was past the removal of the vice president by President Koroma. You know why? You might say at that time, sometimes supreme executive authority, like how the Constitution interpret them, you can interpret them any kind of way. But here it's very clear. Take unto class 6 speaking, where you read it, you see 2/3 for pass the bill, it's clear. Now what this has done at that, it don't clearly show say, not for just this one. Any future thing where they come, any future alteration to the Constitution, by a simple majority, they can pass away. They can decide, say, tomorrow they can't lock this station. They can decide, say, tomorrow they close the sky. They not come. They just need a simple majority. They can decide today, say, okay, for instance, the Chief Justice and other judges, them, they get security of office. They can decide, say, okay, we'll go change another Constitution. We will go change another Constitution. We only need a simple majority. That is what this ruling imports. It's a was not an entrenched clause we go for go to referendum. A simple majority. If we left this, tomorrow come, President Bio will say, I want for add me time. I want for give myself 10 more years. All what he need for do, and for go to parliament with a simple majority vote and getting away. History gets a funny way for repeating itself. I wasn't here in the 60s, but I'm a student of history. Many things we Pashaki do, people in the way born up, people in the way think about them, he implemented them. If President Bio, for instance, can add, I know they say one for do this all. Let's say I want for add 7 years. I want to make this term 7 years. Like how I hear my colleague, Emmanuel Safabulai, they say one day on the radio that in front of 7 years time he want. I'm not saying President Bio wants to do this, but let him say he adds that 2 years. He add that 2 years, he goes 7 years. In a 2 more years they do, he come out thinking that the next post will they can SLPP. What if the APC win? The APC person will do 14 years in power if he do 2 terms. 14. Who do I go mona? President Bio say will not they make law for we safe. They not forget all. But history gets a funny way for repeating itself. Unqualified them in day, they know the story. I'm raising this alarm like I did in our sister station this morning. Not just because I'm a member of parliament. I always say I'm a young person who's lived my entire life in this nation. I don't dare through the war. From where it starts right through, I felt it firsthand. Then Tiago they said so. People that say don't in the high places. All man defend an educated explanation, justification for the entire so. But when they come to man for betray, nobody will be happy. But now, because everybody will have to suck up to leadership, to power, they will say, hey, but this is fine, and defend. I don't yet see young people, let me colleague them. The way how they're defending the mother of the Constitution, not looking beyond this thing will happen. So, maybe this will don't happen, it don't happen. This is not a small one. About preferred electoral system, about 50% plus one, not small thing. The worst ones are coming because they don't open the gate. It's in a simple majority. It's in a section 91. I apply to alteration of this constitution. The press is saying the speaker's ruling is final. That's what he said. Now what will they do? They take the Supreme Court here and let put Bangana fire now. Lay income now and can put the final nail in the coffin. So we're going to the Supreme Court.
All right, Honorable Usman Timbo, we will come back to you. Viewers, in case you just tuning, you watch
Don't ask him
show
question.
live na Liberty TV. We will continue the conversation on the process and procedure way Parliament, and of course, the Speaker is ruling on the 2/3 majority for pass the Constitutional Amendments Bill. We'll get Honorable Usman Timbo, we na a lawyer and a one person we don't be in the center of all of this process. From where they start from the technical committee stage, so to then go to Parliament and start the debate. But unfortunately for the APC, they're not done the debates, then be walk out of Parliament. We get Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan, we are the presidential spokesperson, because we don't hear conversations on Monday say now President Bio not for sign this particular bill. We go ask him exactly how President Bio be received the news, say the bill don't pass the Parliament according to the Speaker, but you don't there for some time. You listen to Honorable Usman Timbo in arguments, especially on them walking out of Parliament at the middle of the process, because then they start for debate, they make them points them, then go clause after clause, then disagree and agree on some clause them. But that decision from the APC, you know, former member of Parliament, you understand the standing orders of Parliament, you understand the Constitution. Honorable Usman Timbo don't make a clear say that decision wouldn't stand by in the standing orders of Parliament as a member of Parliament. That is right.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my son.
Good morning,
Very satisfied to listen to you. Very intelligent and very wise explanations of what will be happen at Parliament and under which clauses the Speaker may make his decision. First of all, I want to say thank you, because you don't do one thing maybe you haven't even noticed. It's not say then they're against the PR. Now the type of PR, mine not a problem. So, PR, the type is mechanics. PR is the basis, the foundation. If we don't agree for the foundation, how we build the house now we get to decide. All of us. And I agree with you that a mixed member PR system is better than this open list with them make. I believe that. And it is not against the wishes of government at all, because we are considering all types of PR. So if you say they don't get any issue with the PR, now the type of PR may matter, well then we haven't decided, because that is done by under the Public Elections Act, which determine the elections. Now the principle is PR. But what type of PR that the PEA get for do that? So thank you very much, my son. You did very well today. I'm glad you are good. I wish God have live in there. I forgot to tell us, but we don't do very well. So thank you. So you don't diffuse that one day. The other issue.
Now let me come.
No.
That conversation the way they
but he's here. I let him speak for himself.
Is that not what you said?
No, they come. But you heard him say that it say we they consider the other type of PR. He said that here. So it is not the PR they are against. It is the method. That is mechanics. We all can decide them together. So thank you. Let me hold that one. The second one, you asked me a question about them walking out. Let's just deal with that quickly. And for let people understand, I'll just give you an analogy. In anything you do, games, sports, clubs, governments, you get what they call rules of engagement. The rules of engagement is that if you don't start the game, you walk out of the game. In sports, you lose your points. Simple. It happened with Senegal in the recent African Cup of Nations. You saw that. It happened with Eastern Lions when they go play with in 1971. Naput Loko. They go play against Baibure Warriors. As we score 1 goal, so then Baranta, they worked out. SLFA give you the points, 3 points and 3 goals. You win.
But is that
No, I'm coming.
well?
It's rules of engagement. Anything gets rules of engagement. But he says it's their right, yes, but when you go out, it's your right. You are not in parliament. You are not in parliament. If you sit in parliament and you voted, now let me show you the definition of voting in parliament. It's very clear. Right at the beginning, Section 91 defines waiting of voting in parliament. Section 91 says, except otherwise provided in this constitution, any question, any ANY, anything proposed for decision in parliament shall be determined by a majority of the votes of the members of parliament present and voting. If you are not in parliament, how can you vote? You cannot be counted for. So that is the main issue. Now go to 108. 108 is the entrenched clauses.
No, before you go there.
No, they come, please.
Go on, yeah, sorry.
No, that's my own trend.
That's fine.
Okay, so I don't come over 91. Don't define voting. Voting in parliament, you forbid it. Except it is entrenched.
No, except the constitution provides otherwise.
Yes, but that is right. And what does the constitution? The exception to the rule here is this. And the clauses that are accepted are determined here. There are clauses that are accepted. That is the entrenched clauses. This section, chapter 3, section 56, 47, 46, 56, 72, 73, 74, 2, 74, 3, 84, 2, 85, 87, 105, 110 to 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 128, 129, 131, 132, 133, 156, 137, 140, 151, 156, 167, and the whole of chapter 3. None of these questions. Let me finish this. This chapter. No, this section.
This section.
And this is this section. So that's what I'm coming into. None of this section, none of these clauses here are either in this section or under the entrenched clauses. And I have text them out. The clauses that we're dealing with in this amendment, now section 32 is not entrenched. Section 35, not entrenched. Section 38, not entrenched. Section 38A, not entrenched. 41B, not entrenched. 42, not entrenched. 43, not entrenched. 49, not entrenched. 54.8, not entrenched. 55, not entrenched. 74.1, not entrenched. 76, not entrenched. 155, not entrenched. 156. Then you have the consequential amendments on the Public Elections Act. We're not in the Constitution. So this is what we did. Every single thing that was done there, it's outside of the restrictions. And then tell you waiting and voting in parliament. What do you mean by voting? That's the definition. Section 91 defines waiting and voting in parliament. Voting in parliament means you are there and you vote in the country.
I hope you're not caught up in mid-air, but I totally, he was a lawmaker, a lawmaker and interpreter of the law. So it's his opinion. Everybody getting opinion. But waiting fundamentally wrong now that we have to be careful. Me are younger. I always say that, and I value for me. Once I'm young, if God do well can as well they go, I have longer to live here. This two reads so 91. It says except otherwise provided by this Constitution. And you talk about section 108 with the side note of an alteration of this Constitution. So anything where they seek for alter any part of this Constitution, now under section 108 and they fall clearly. So in only 108. Let's say you just pick say one for it, the entrenched provision.
I read everything.
No, you get the entrenched provision.
All of them.
So I'll tell you.
All of them.
So this constitution basically say anytime we want to amend one word inside, now this section and they apply to that process day. Now that they basically mean say alteration of this constitution. Then long sections that we read section this, section that, all we read so. Waiting then you choose for not for amending the way inside the constitution. If you touch them sections then you put one word panel, you not don't change waiting inside the 91 constitution. Basically meaning in English, you don't alter the constitution. And in the one null document, when you want to talk about even in contracts, when they say governing law, there's a clause we deal with governing law. When they say force majeure, now one clause and they deal with them. When they talk about conditions precedent, you sabi. Now one clause, not to the entire document. So if you want to refer to a particular thing, if you want to amend an agreement, you want to do an addendum to an agreement, that part day now you go. Waiting provided that part day, now they apply to the rest. So this section 108, now the only thing that constitution we talk about how you amend them. Waiting a sort for do so that day. Now for amend parts of this big book. Hey, but not all side of the book get for explain to you how they get for amend the book. Is there any other thing? That part where you read 91, so a procedure of parliament. So parliament generally where you have for votes that simple majority. But now you tell parliament say, if you want to amend the constitution, you make an exception. That you simple majority, not a roll call. Now section 108, now they apply. Now so you say, and not to that one side they talk, and not to one talk. I don't explain this at the start. The Speaker of Parliament, Sesef Tokam, he called the sections where 2 thoughts they apply to. He passed day. The record of votes and proceedings of the day will see don't say 2 o'clock. He writes they say for late come from 2nd stage to 3rd stage, 3rd reading. Now 2 thoughts required. They write and they. So all this now what they say, so you know apply now, sir. With all due respect.
Okay, please, my son.
Yes, sir.
I read this constitution before you.
Absolutely.
I was in parliament before you.
Absolutely.
And I understand exactly what the English says.
Thank you.
Yeah, it says voting in parliament is described. It's defined.
Except, but there's an exception.
Yes, except otherwise stated. And they enumerated the clauses which are affected. No, please. No, that is no. I don't read all of it. I don't read all of it. I don't read 108. It says
yes.
Read
108. Subject to the provisions of this section, Parliament may alter this constitution.
Thank you.
The 2 under this say, a bill for an act of Parliament under this section shall not be passed by Parliament unless A. Before the first reading of the bill in Parliament, the text of the bill is published in at least 2 issues of Gazette, provided that not less than 9 days shall elapse between the first publication of the bill in the Gazette and the second publication.
That was my first problem.
So the B, they say, the bill is supported on the 2nd and 3rd readings by the votes of not less than 2/3 of the members of Parliament.
Hold it there, please.
No, hold it. No, it's my turn. Maybe the top.
Okay. Yeah,
it says 2/3 of the members of Parliament.
Yes.
It doesn't say all elected members of Parliament. Adikam, please.
Okay.
Adikam, please.
Okay.
It is very clear. There's no ambiguity here. But then it tells you what is voting in Parliament. It goes back to 91. The first thing you do when you write in contracts, you have definitions. 91 is the definition of the third term of voting in Parliament. When you are voting in Parliament, it means those people who are present and voting. Not all elected members of Parliament. This is where you're missing this point. It hasn't said that here. You people are interpreting it to mean all members of Parliament elected. It doesn't say so.
So that the one that we
definitely. But if you're not there, how you go vote? If you're not there, how will you vote?
The section they say members of
Parliament.
Members of Parliament present.
You know, present.
Okay, but it doesn't say elected either. It doesn't say all members as well. No, it doesn't say all members.
So it's the interpretation of that particular clause of the law. Now him forget the issue.
Fine. So he's going to the Supreme Court. Let him go there. We all refer to the Supreme Court.
Because he did not just say members of parliament.
That's it. It doesn't say all members of parliament. It doesn't say all elected members of parliament. But before that, where the speaker's argument is stronger, is that it says on 91 that to vote in parliament, when we mean how to decide something in parliament, even this time we did it because the same constitution hasn't changed. Section 91 is still there. That when you do vote in a parliament, what does it mean to vote in parliament? To vote in parliament means you are present and you are voting. That's what it says in 91.
So the decision they make for walkaway was wrong.
They are not voting and they are not present.
Okay. So
91 disqualifies.
So 91 says, except otherwise provided in the Constitution,
exactly,
any question proposed for decision in Parliament shall be determined by a majority of the votes of members present and voting.
Yes.
That's what 91 says.
Yes.
91.2 says, the person presiding in Parliament may cast a vote,
for himself,
whether necessary to avoid an equality of votes, but shall not vote in any other case. If the person presiding does not exercise his casting votes, the question proposed for decision in Parliament shall be deemed to be rejected.
Yes.
So Mabel,
that is for a tie.
Yes.
A tie.
Let's hear from Honorable.
Say except otherwise provided in this Constitution. Means say getting the way means say this section not they apply to, and I mean exception. They apply. And the Constitution show the parts the way they apply. The Speaker read them. Beyond that, it talk about how what he meant by members of Parliament present and voting. So if you know that you're not a member of Parliament. On the Auditor General's removal, Friday 20th December 2024, the same Speaker of Parliament gave a ruling on what he mean by members of Parliament present and voting versus members of Parliament. The Constitution very clear. If you go to the part where deal with the removal of Auditor General, it tell you say 2/3 of members of Parliament present and voting. If you go to 93 we talk about so, 91 we talk about so, it said members of Parliament present and voting. The Speaker, in fact, now English primary school they take we go prepositions written by off and in ruling. A long small for it unless you are a reader.
I know the ruling.
You know the ruling. So where he said in, he said he said the drafters were unambiguous. He said when they say in Parliament, it mean who in a Parliament. When they say of Parliament, it mean the entire composition of Parliament. Now he rule. Now he make it very clear. So what he did cleverly in this one, now that 108 no apply. The 91 I apply. Because he cannot contradict his own ruling. So cleverly, he pull on from 108 we say of members of Parliament. He count it of members present and voting. Simple majority. That was just a clever way for put up. But there's a total difference. Where the Constitution wants say of the one that represents and vote, he talker for Auditor General. Where you want say all man, he talker.
How you talking?
Now 108. 108.
You don't say members of Parliament. You don't say all members. Let us be very clear.
Parliament.
It's just members of Parliament.
What does it say in 108?
It just say members of Parliament. It doesn't say all elected members of Parliament. It doesn't say that.
But if you are members of Parliament are elected.
No, what I'm telling you here, what I'm telling you here is that the Constitution is clear, and common sense also tells you that if you are not
deliberate to demonstrate that those members
you cannot vote if you are not there. You must be present. I have seen
are those referred to and nothing more.
And I made the talk first.
Okay, I thought they read no
more. I have seen it in the developed world when they have critical clauses like this. Like person sick in the hospital. To God in this day, they put on a stretcher, then bring can vote, then can go back. I've seen that. I've seen it in America. I've seen it in the UK.
Yeah, where they need it.
They go when this was that kind of thing. That means that you shouldn't have left. That means you should sit there. That means enough for come out. It is clear that it's so important. Even if you sick, for the pulling out your sick bed, you can't vote. No, do it. You are well, strong. Una waka go. You left the field of play. Senegal do that. They give penalty against them. They walked out. Then take the cup in their hand, even when they win out. It's the rules of engagement.
Senegal still get a cup though.
Yes, okay, because they see them, they hold them. It's all right, but you see, that's out of compassion. You understand?
Compassion.
Yeah, it is compassion. And of course, Morocco shame small, now that make. But the rules of the game catch them. You can't do that. I just gave you the case of Eastern Lions versus Baibure Warriors in Port Loko here, in Sierra Leone.
But the rules of the game,
Yes,
this one is different.
they are the same, my friend. It's the rules of the game. This is allowed. So this is allowed. They've told you that to vote in Parliament, Section 91, you must be present and voting. Even if you are present, you no vote. So you abstain. Then they count you. Now avoid vote.
So abstinence not
Oh, not to vote. No, now avoid vote.
Oh,
Now avoid. Oh, yes. What is it? It is not a no, it's not a yes.
What's the vote?
It's not a vote. It's abstain. Abstain means I'm not voting. When you abstain, you're not voting.
It's counted as an
It's not counted. Void vote, then they count them. They know they can't void vote by election.
Count them as affirmative vote.
No. That is it. So it's not, you are not voting. Now avoid.
So were we absent in Parliament on
You
that day?
were. You walked out.
We were?
Yes, you walked
So
out.
maybe when the record of
You
voter
walked out.
proceedings come
You
up,
walked
we'll
out.
see whether
Yes.
we were there
At the
or
time
not.
of voting, you walked out.
No.
You were not there. You were present in the beginning
Part
and you
of
walked out.
Parliamentary procedure or process for when you want to show you dissension for walkout. Everywhere in the world, it is permitted.
Where it is not critical. Yesterday was Friday was.
Where it's not
Tuesday was
critical, it's permitted.
Critical was you should not walk out.
No.
Yeah,
Nobody
you see,
should.
when I just do a
Nobody should
TKO, a
inquire
technical
whether
knockout.
No,
You see, when I just, if I was there,
Okay.
they can't be doing a APC.
Uh-huh.
I swear to this day, we don't for workout.
But you know, we question the decision.
No, we
of,
don't
you know,
for workout.
if I've been questioning the decision of President Koroma as leader of Parliament, then
He was not leader of party. Okay, at the time?
yes,
Of course, we did go, like how we left so. If we had left,
yes,
I'll give you an example.
you will come back.
We did it, yes.
Okay.
Let me give you an example. Very vivid example,
Okay.
which I was involved.
Yeah.
When President Amachi Jankaba appointed the Honorable John Benjamin as Minister of Finance, because of his record in the NPRC, the ABC walked out. Now followed him.
Oh, I thought you played the Mohamed Bangura.
Sorry, who was that?
I thought you played the Honorable Mohamed Bangura and you stayed.
No, hold on, please. I'm not joke about this. I'm telling you something serious. I went with my colleagues. Now I go meet them. I say, you walked out? I say, you shouldn't. I said, I know that John Benjamin to we. I said, let me tell you, when NPRC came, all of our uncles, our friends, our brothers and all that, you know them, and seize them, lock them up. Pademba Road. And then they charge them each one 200 million, or you know they come out. And they don't get them. What I did, I went to Anes. I say, I reached call. I say, call John Benjamin, he's your friend. Tell him I'm coming to see him. He was then Chief Minister, Chief Secretary of State. Now I call and I say, like, I went to State House. This is the story I was telling them. I say, when I went there and I explained to them, I say, our people don't have this money. Will you allow us to pay by installment, 5 million and all that? I say, go write the letter. I went, I wrote the letter, and I brought it back. He left me in his office, he said, wait, and he goes to Strasser. He went upstairs, 10 minutes later, he's back. He threw the letter at me, he said, when I go pay, go write the check. That same day, I wrote for AKK, I wrote for my uncle Shaka Kanu, I wrote for even Pao Munu, the ones that I could help at that time. They removed them. And the others became played. Then come on. When I don't tell, they know what they said? They said, but why not tell me this? I said, well, it was not necessary. We went back. Yes, we went back to Parliament. And then go ratify the man.
But it changes nothing.
So you're asking me
So
but it can happen.
But the leader walked out.
Are you satisfied that I actually confronted the leader and gave him a story? No, but that is the question you asked.
No, that wasn't the question. I'll ask whether you go against your leader.
I did not.
The leader and I accept
I did not.
come back.
No, I did
when
not.
the leader said, come out.
That is what I would have done. If I
what
been
did you do? Why didn't you not stay and say, okay, me I decide?
No. Because I knew better.
Oh, well, so we don't know better?
No. Did you talk to the leader for you to go back?
I accepted what the leader did.
Well, that is it. That is
accepted.
blind loyalty. You go there and you give reasons. I gave the reasons and we went back. So
even when I'm convinced, I cannot.
Okay, if you are convinced,
I was convinced.
Well, I am telling you that by the rules of the games, you kicked yourselves in the eyes.
That's not true.
Okay, it's a TKO, a technical knockout.
That's not true. That's not true.
Honestly, you lost this.
No,
and the population
okay, so
People not happy with them?
Not at all. Not with this.
How you know say the people
because
not happy?
I am with the people.
You are the people.
I am with the people. I am with the people.
No, you're not representing the people anymore.
I am with the people.
Yeah, but we are
representing the people. Doesn't mean you have to be a member of parliament. You should be with the people.
No.
I am with the people.
No, you are with the people. We are representing the people.
I am with the people. You're representing the people and you did not represent them well.
Okay, but
this is the problem. This is the next time they'll reject you. Honestly, you are not good soldiers.
You think this decision we then take, going back to them people, then go be angry at them?
They're already showing that.
How? Time not kites for votes.
No, I'm not talking about votes. It's comments. Security, the comments outside. You hear these things.
Like we've been saying,
I have years.
Yesterday we've been getting a private lawyer, yeah, and people in comments even maybe they back waiting the lawyer say for let the issue of questioning the legitimacy of these documents not come and unbog the future. President Bill give them a chance, not sign them and send and go back
to parliament.
Yes.
For what?
For let them go back, let them ensure say the opposition they then vote. We fall white a white in the words of Chooks yesterday.
Listen.
We fall white a white. So at this stage,
if they had voted,
would you advise President Bill not for sign this because of the issues with
I will not because it don't pass.
And give them a chance?
It don't pass. They have a recourse. The recourse is go for interpretation. Let's follow the law. I no go bulldoze President Bill say no sign them. I will not do that. Because it went through legitimately, legally, according to the Constitution. It's gone through Parliament and passed into law. It's up to him now to sign it. If they are not, they are not satisfied with that, there's a recourse. The issue we're talking about here is about interpretation. He is saying members of Parliament means all members of Parliament. But I am saying that members of Parliament says members of Parliament present and voting. And it is described and defined in the Constitution in Section 91. How to vote in Parliament. It shows you that when they say we vote in Parliament, you are present and voting. So, simple majority of those. We had 2/3 of the majority. We had, in fact, yesterday, on Tuesday, we had 3/3.
Honorable.
3/3?
Now, all the people inside. Then all the people inside, all 97 people who were there voted yes. So it's 100. 3/3. Not to 2/3 safe.
Honorable, Monday to now, today is Wednesday. Since all of this don't happen, how the president take this whole issue? One, then go pass the bill, same way the APC, we don't come out now because they express concern say, then believe say 2/3 of the majority para votes day. It's not possible at all from waiting then see, then come out now. SLPP and the paramount chief they will be there, plus then 2 surplus from APC, they say they don't vote and they don't pass this bill. How the president take the question, where don't they come from the public say? Then the question and say, now one side just go vote and say...
No, it is not one side. You've just said that. 2 members of the APC were there. 2 members of the APC were there. Two members of the APC. That does not disqualify them from being...
Honorable Geva Otokanayasi, Mohamed Bangura and Honorable Thompson votes not inside, not so secret.
Yes, but they are APC. They did not vote as SLPP.
They cover for all the APC MPs.
Let me tell you something.
Members of
NTB, they talk about primary school and secondary school. When I was in secondary school in St. Francis, you know, Adikam, you know what my philosophy teacher told me? He said the only way to disprove a fallacy is to show one thing that it is not. And the presence of Thompson and Bangura in that parliament belonging to the APC shows that the APC were there.
So is the president
your fallacy is disproved.
The president's okay with this Dodwa?
Of course, he's okay. Don't talk to him. You see, it went through. If it had gone wrong without a constitutional procedures, yes, it would say, okay, we'll not go back. But it went through. By all means, it did. Now, for me, if I was him, I would go to the Supreme Court for interpretation.
No,
That's
it
the only
just
thing
make
that's
it clear.
there.
Say they go.
Fine, so let's leave it to that. For me, why should I then go ahead of him, preempt him, and then go tell president, sign this and go back to my party?
He's not saying that.
No, you are telling me that. You are
We they
suggesting.
tell you now, say yesterday's discussion, we get CDI at Tunis, the national spokesperson for the opposition, and Chukwuemeka Taylor, we clearly believe, say, controversy there around this bill.
Agreed.
And the president for send them back to parliament, let them do the right thing.
He is not the Supreme Court. He's not the Supreme Court.
So is President Bio happy with this bill?
He assents to the bill. He assents to the bill. But if somebody is dissatisfied, there is the Supreme Court to interpret. He can wait for the interpretation.
So President Bio happy with the bill?
He can wait for the interpretation.
So President,
of course he's
President Bio happy with the bill when passed when majority of the opposition the
majority of the opposition doesn't make a majority. The majority on the side of SLPP, on majority of government. We had 97 people. Those who walked out were 41. Where's the majority?
So they don't count.
No, not in a democracy. You count the majority. In a democracy, not the majority. You can't have 100%. 41 went out, 97 stayed. Whose side the weight day? Yeah, if you hold the pendulum, the scale, I put 97 pounds now, I put 41 now. Whose one they go down, whose one they go up? The weight is on the side of government. So now if they are dissatisfied, they have the recourse. He's a lawyer. And also a lawmaker. But you're lucky. You have both caps. So you can go now and help with CJ. And the president can wait till that interpretation. But for say, if that interpretation doesn't come, he will ascend it. He has 21 days. Okay. And if he doesn't do it, the Constitution is very clear. They, members of parliament, have the right to take it back away from him. And pass it again.
By what vote?
It's not a vote anymore. They will declare that it has passed. It's not a vote anymore. You know that. It's been voted. So if the president will sign them and they are convinced that it is the law that they want, they take it after 21
Honorable Timbo make a point earlier, say, if this left so, the speaker just... Honorable Timbo make a point earlier, say, if this left so, the speaker just open the floodgate.
It's not true.
Why you believe say not to?
That's an opinion because the speaker went with provisions of his constitution. If he wants to change section 91, let him propose it. But section 91 is clear. To vote in parliament, you must be there. Okay. You must be present and you must vote for you to be counted. That is what it says, a definition in the same constitution.
Yes. So firstly, I want to say something about the numbers. Our working out proved one thing. And the number of members of parliament present at that time was 96 on the side of the SLPP, 96 and 49 nays for the APC, 49. They said the number changed from 96 to 97 because the paramount chief was sick past all man. After that first vote he came. Record has shown clearly from his family, from his residents, that this man cannot even move. He's been sick for a while. Parliament has CCTV cameras all over the place. Even from the parliamentary CCTVs. There's no evidence that this sick paramount chief able to come on a sick bed and come parliament. Clear. So there's 96. Argument 6F, go to 97. 97 is not 2/3 of the parliament. Low left-handed. Whether I'm required for vote or not for vote, low just left-handed. Yeah. Said that 96 members of parliament have been present and vote on this. Waiting we get for do with this in future dates. We'll deal with that when we reach that bridge there. The second part about interpretation, I said earlier that the decision of the Speaker of Parliament cannot be inquired into in any court of law. We are not going to court for go say whether the Speaker do be right or wrong. We're only going to ask this interpretation when we talk about 91, 108, etc., etc. We want to make the Supreme Court go tie their own hand Because not then you work for interpret the Constitution. We are only giving opinions. I hold mine, he hold his, other people then get their own. But let we go Supreme Court. Let Supreme Court tell we say, yes, you can amend the Constitution by a simple majority. The moment they do that, because waiting there in 91, not to 2/3, so it's a simple majority of other present. So if not 10 people present, you get 6 people them, like they will change this Constitution. That's what it means. If they decide for lock the don't let people not come inside. 5 people and then they 3 people vote for change this Constitution, they can change it. Anybody can grab one day, lock up all the APC members of parliament and say you don't get majority. Simple majority. Or he call a sitting. He only make 20 people come. He get ruling. That's a danger that I'm talking about. So until the Supreme Court clearly tell we say yes, person can just change this paper like boyfriend, girlfriend document, like how Honorable Mohamed Bangura described them, that we accept them. So when we self-hold this Constitution, we not go do this because we go change them back for Louis. Not to play document this. This document is better, is more important than any cabinet's conclusion. It is bigger than even judgments of the courts. This is the Constitution of a nation. Now one for treat so like saying a Akara paper. Simple majority for change clause inside Constitution. Simple majority. Let people then think for talk and self. When you go now you bid you lead on. You say, me say self, me own rights not secure. Even when you come to some state of emergency, you go use Section 91.
But
because then I vote of
disagree with you. See, this not they open any floodgate.
That is exactly what I'm explaining now. The something not see and that we mean a lawyer. He tell you say,
yeah, a lawmaker, ignore the law. You just the interpret.
So me na two side. So I pass.
Now me they talking interpret.
Yeah. So now pass. Well, me they talk. I interpret. In the talk, me interpret.
He's still learning to talk.
That's fine. So I'm still learning to talk. Fair enough, I accept that. But I just know say.
Let me come
but
in
the
here.
challenge here.
Let me help myself.
Imagine when it come to this. I don't need help in this.
Let me help myself.
Imagine when I come 18 years now as a lawyer and 2 years more for be Supreme Court judge.
My son is struggling.
2 years more. But how am I struggling here? Imagine instead of emergency. It just we don't say that 2/3, yeah? Now I don't change, they say parliamentary voting, not just simple majority.
It's a definition.
Parliamentary voting, not simple majority. Now that is say on 91, simple majority. So they just grab where president want for adding term. Is that they declare state of emergency. We sit down. 4-5 years, sit down there. Say a state of emergency.
So now I fear that?
Me and the APC. That's the biggest fear. It's bigger than this. And what he say me accept PR was never the case. I never said so. In fact, I made it clear that personally I don't want PR. And I will tell you why. And the good thing is that while people they point say APCB accept PR at the Edmond Kawa report, also INSEF been there.
Point to finish this.
No, but you carry the PR system. Now you carry it out.
We started.
Oh well, so let's continue. You say one point after the other.
No, go 1 point at a time. Keep the PR.
We'll deal with the PR.
Let me deal with what you just said.
Yes, go ahead.
He's sorry for me, picking.
Why are they sorry for her?
Because he was not there.
He didn't learn for talk.
I've been born yet. This 1991 Constitution that we write APC. And now we put Section 91 inside. You know why we put them there? We be missing that we go there in power all the time. Yes. Now we put
exception.
That is it. I'm telling you. Now we put now APC put this 91. There you go. Make Section 108. Now we put that exception. So that 2/3, apply to those that are not entrenched. Now we put and they. So the afraid way they afraid. Now na sharp the cutlass.
Okay.
So that is why the Lome Peace Accord, TRC. Even the tripartite and the CRC say, now we change some parts of this Constitution. So these are the other clauses that we'll be looking into. Not forget, say, this first part, not just the first phase of the constitutional review. I will note that now, that Section 91 is a clanger. But it is there. For now, we deal with the law that is there. But let me tell you the most dangerous thing even, that you may not have noticed. Although you go into Parliament every morning, and the Speaker says, do we have a quorum? And for those of you who are in the restaurant, then they go call you and say, una come, no, come form quorum. You know that? You only need a quorum for the business of parliament to continue. So you can do anything with that quorum. And it is only 33 in this parliament. Only 33 people need be there, according to present rules and regulations of parliament. He knows that. Now we make our now we the APC. We thought we would stay in power all the time. You see, so go continue.
No, but is anyone?
Now you don't dare send people that they make them kind lawyer.
No, we are not making it. This is what they made.
But now they amend them.
No, with the amender. No, with the amender. With the amender. No. With the amender using the law that exists. Now. That section 91 is not part of the
But Honorable Usman Timo, they disagree with you, say not so true.
So what you say not true?
Then see how they talk so.
He said voting not to by people a majority according to 91. He didn't say that. The lawyer. You know, the judge will stand. The judge will stand them down.
See, with the brain, I said, stick on one point. He's moving all over. The quorum of parliament, I follow the business of parliament continue.
That's it.
Let's start.
And what is the business of parliament? Anything.
Now. Anything. So nobody's questioning that the speaker continued sitting. Nobody. In fact, the parliament at the time where they start, I have over 140 something within a parliament. 145 or so, or 44 at the middle of parliament. The votes and proceedings will tell you, say 140 something were present. But you don't the parliament. People they walk in and out when the parliament sits in the go. All you needed is a quorum for start. To let the business continue. We know they say the business of parliament was improperly continued after we left. It continued, rightly so. But even when they continue, there are certain things that you cannot do. That is why even when voting they come, then they go call all manner do.
And if
afterwards,
you
they lock the door.
And if you not come?
Then starts the voting.
Thank you.
And once the voting starts, you're not saying anything different.
Yeah, that's it.
We're not. Yes.
No, just to clarify what you say.
Yeah. So when everybody don't come inside, of that come with they had 49 more people. Forget 2/3. 49 more. 49.
2/3 of what?
2/3 of the entire membership of parliament.
There's 97 in there. 97 plus 49 is 100%, not 2/3.
No, what I'm saying is...
They said they needed 49 more.
No. I said they had 49 people from which they can get in 2/3. So that means, say, of that 49, you can fend 2. You can fend 3. So they're able to get the 2/3 from the people who have been in our parliament.
I tell you, I say, be strategic move when I make.
Be strategic move?
Yeah, because I know self when I be sit down. There are people in there with independent minds.
Oh, so now you say it's not stupid.
No, but you know strategic. That. No, it was strategic. So back then, no shame. Because they would have voted against them.
Okay.
There are people in there who have independent minds.
It didn't happen.
Yeah. That's why they went out. That's why they went out. Honestly, that's why they went out. They tell them, say, you know, what would have been do? And all that. We don't want this to happen. We're not going to do.
That's what then tell them. Were you there?
Don't ask that question.
Why?
No, because it is not the right question. I am telling you that my assumption is that they did not want to be exposed again like they had the last time. There are people there with independent minds. There are people there we sent to represent us, the people. They are there for us, the people. I have 10 MPs in Port Loko. 6 of them are APC. 6. I'm MP.
So therefore we don't vote for this?
Some of them have independent minds.
So you
in Bombali we have 9.
So there are no independent
Some of them are independent minds. This one or two people within the leadership tell them, say, look, do this. There are some people who not like, but they're afraid for this.
It is not true.
They're afraid for this.
It is not true.
It's a coercion. They say, well, let's go. And that's it. You should have left it.
Oh, so why you not allow the SLPP also? Why you not say the same for the SLPP people?
Nobody went out.
So nobody not get independent mind.
Nobody went out.
Did they vote secretly?
Everybody
Did they vote secretly?
Everybody voted.
Did they vote secretly?
Everybody voted.
They did not vote secretly.
Everybody voted.
So now assumption, like
they voted by voice. They voted by voice and they voted by show of hands. Nobody asked you to stand out.
Assumptions.
If they ask you to stand, you don't understand. Nobody will force you.
Now you talk about your philosophy teacher tell you from 2. I don't know if you do philosophy from 2.
No, me not from 4.
Okay, but that's a fallacy too.
Went to a better school.
Assumptions facts. Assumptions facts.
The assumptions leads
facts?
to theory, and theory leads to hypothesis. Hypothesis leads to facts. Leads to facts when you prove them. Leads to facts. No, there is. But I am telling you, no, I was not in their minds, but I know that there are people.
You're not in our minds. Neither were you in the room.
I was in the room.
No, in the room where you say the leadership go take this decision for.
Oh no. I am saying that from experience. I don't tell you, say it's been a long time when I did a parliament, and it's been a long time I've been in this world, man. You know, so I know human nature. There are those who would want to vote.
Well, what I know is, I know my generation better than you.
They kept them go out.
I know my generation better than you. Than over 90% of the APC MPs who were there are my generation. So I know them better than you. I know my generation, even on the SLP side, we over 70% are young people. I know them better than you.
No, you don't. You know why you don't know them? Because Nami born them. So including you.
Stage.
I know you when you were a baby, yeah.
People only ask for legitimacy, let the president not sign them, let's send them back to now. If this happen, what's in different the APC MPs go do?
I'll tell you what section 108.8. Is anybody who try for amend this constitution or alter this constitution or its provisions will not go through the proper process? It tantamount to treason.
They get open call.
No.
Sorry.
For
if you say so, people and go look at the law and avoid it because you don't call treason, my friend. Those people. That is it. So I am telling him also that there are people who also are aware of 1088.
Okay, fair
but
enough.
there are also people who are aware of 91.
Fair enough. So let me deal with 108.
So go to the Supreme Court, my friend.
So that's not treason.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Okay.
Who would look at treason and commit it willingly? Unless you want to die.
No.
Unless you want to die.
So 108, I just saw refer to him, yeah? If they amend the constitution with the right process, it's fine. Yeah? Anybody do it tantamount to treason. Few things we don't establish. I just don't tell you, say, what we go for do with this decision. Later on, it will come. Later on, maybe in the future, something will happen with them. But few things we established that day. Other than 96 members of parliament being inside there, which is not 2/3. Whatever possible for make of that day, whatever possible for interpret and for me, just hold that. There are 96 people. And then there's that place to be vote. We have a total of 149 MPs. Hold that thought, yeah? The second partner for say this bill not become law yet. It becomes law after the president not giving assent. There are many times in this nation where the presidents don't refuse to give assent to bills. One possible do on the President Kuroma, which he really knows, they tell them in this FGM thing. Even up to now, the president cannot give, not in fact, safe abortion. That was it. It was safe abortion. The president, because of pressure, even though parliament passes, because of pressure from the religious groups and other groups, and not being accepted, and not being agreed for giving assent. Now, only when presidents give assent, it becomes law. The president and speaker are part of parliament. So apart from the members of parliament, the speaker of parliament, the president, and then get a responsibility there for make law. And anybody will not do what he's supposed to do under section 108.8. If they not do the right process, it's tantamount to treason. Let anybody make of this waiting a one for make of them.
Na open call.
Of course.
I just say,
of course,
whatever you want for do with them.
It's an exercise in futility.
Do it. Just whatever you want for think of that. I just say do people in minds today. This day, like any other day. Just remember that the 96 people in the parliament and all each 2/3. Just remember, sir, I tell people that if they amend this constitution, I want this record for be kept to. I hope so. It will be kept for 5-10 years.
I'm sure you've kept it too.
Yes, I will. Keep it.
So
I will keep it. Let's keep it. 1088.
All right, there.
Of the constitution.
Okay, time's running out. So maybe. Everything do me what?
But not make a clear this PR thing. They will make it left ink for me.
No, clear.
Yes,
make her do this. No, not to the PR. This one way they talk about. This 91. when they talk, say, the speaker for ignore, they ignore the constitution. Will we write APC 1991? Now you make them say, no, change them. Because there are lacunae, there are things that are not explained. So 91 is very clear. The speaker deals with the law that is in front of him. The president will deal with the law that is in front of him, advised by the speaker. When this thing goes to president, it is up to him now, either by decision he wants on his own, but as far as legality is concerned, constitutionality is concerned, this law has passed, and he has the right to sign it. But he can decide not to sign it. I can tell him. He can decide, say, let's take it back. But for me, Sidonde, I sign now. Okay. Then you go to the Supreme Court. But I will wait for you first. They go to the Supreme Court. And I hear it from the Supreme Court.
Oh, that you go do.
That's what I would do.
If you're president?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
We don't
presidential
need some people na the APC are sure, because you said they use social media, go down, they see various rights up them. They see if this law left like this, so especially the two, one they're in a bone of contention, they all get to do the PR systems of election and the 50+1. It go make Unana the SLPP keep power forever.
It's not true.
Impossible.
It's not true. The 50+1, let me clear that. I was a member of cabinet. I'm a part of the recommendations of the CRC from Justice Edmund Cowan.
Under the APC?
Yes, when we set on up.
Okay,
I was a member. I was not to the APC. No. The committee, the CRC, we interview over 100,000 people in this country over 3 years. I then proposed that as a recommendation to government. It came to we as cabinet and we accepted it. 50+1. And on the 31st of July, 2017, 9 years ago, maybe 2 weeks, we had a bill that we drafted for the 50+1. And it was JFK that drafted it as Attorney General. I have a copy of that bill.
The bill?
Yes, I have a copy of that bill that we were going to try and pass before the elections. But then we were advised then by the Speaker that it was too close to elections and you cannot change any part of the Constitution when it is too close to the elections. So we had to stop. But we have that bill. And I gave a copy to the present Attorney General. And the former Attorney General who drafted it accepted. In an interview we had together at Truth Media, he said, yes, I drafted that bill. So that those you see, APC and SLPP are agreeable there. What the SLPP do now accept what APC don't accept as a recommendation. We self-accept them. Because the TRC suggested all these things. We want peace in this country. All these suggestions now for bring peace in the country.
The PR will bring peace.
Definitely.
The 50+1 will bring peace.
Definitely, because no get enough. Hopefully, we don't get enough. Unless really the parties are so close in their fight.
Then we can't to Honorable Timbo because it look gets a different perception on that.
Number one, this runoff thing is a myth, not lie. There's nobody who has been president in the Second Republic. We don't win election at the first ballot and get 50%. Nobody. In fact, that is why in this new constitution, it's even mentioned there of a runoff. Nobody. President Nkrumah in the first term in 2007 had to go to a runoff and joined Charles Magai. Charles Magai joined. President Bio in 2018 had to go to a runoff. Now during the second term, Pakaba had to go to a runoff. Equally, when we go to any new election, unless a person as popular and as affable like me, I will go cross 50%. Or somebody like me, not necessarily get for me. Yes, well, naturally, he will vote for me. That's no issue. Many people, young people, and all that the majority will definitely vote. So there's the likelihood of a runoff therefore happen. So that kind of talk, even in the constitution, where they are meant to, it's envisaged there. Say when a runoff come, they get for go to a runoff with the number of days.
It reduces the likelihood.
50% will nobody never get.
It reduces the likelihood.
Okay. Secondly, when you talk about this 50%+1, you talk about, you say 3 years that Monkara made upon this. Then 9 years ago, put together, you're talking of 12 years. The one they were 18 years now, how old were they? 6 years old. We're talking of millions of people, millions. We're not being part of that process. Law, you don't make a law for the past. You're making a law for the future. All right? Okay, APC, or the recommendation at the time was accepted for 50+1 in good faith. Now, President Bio, for they get 56% to this election, we then Cook give 56%. He got 1.5 million. Total number of registered voters are 3.5 million. Total population of Sierra Leone are over 8 million or thereabout. Tell me if you get 20% or 25% of Sierra Leoneans will vote for President Bio for the be president. And this is 56%. You not even get 50% of the registered voters for vote for President Bio for be president. And this is 56%, just 1.5 million, 56%. Imagine you pull out from 55 way a day, when at the threshold, bring and count to 50. That's less than even 1.5. How can you say you get national out and color approval? You don't have it with the 55. I'll tell you the other thing. Maybe with all that, the APC will say, okay, lay it left to the 50+1. But how do I shoot themselves now their foot? And we wake up the APC and everybody in this nation. And when they begin use districts for determine the winner. Okay, tripartite say 50%+1 plus 25% in half of the districts. You change into simple majority plus 20% in 2/3 of the districts. You know where to. Now you grab the local government minister. They want to go declare, they want for me to go create new districts. Panguma, Bandajuma, and they want divide Freetown. Creating new districts. And now creating new districts, or these districts have a direct relationship with who wins the election. Now, what are the process for declare districts? The president, the minister of local government, and the minister responsible for finance and development, then sit down and make a statutory instrument. They can't go parliament. They know the debate and say they land the 21 days. A new district we don't create so. When they create that, then they can get the 2/3 of the district. Very simple. Very simple. This they entrench the SLPP in power. Just by that. So why do you want to bring this district? So this makes the people say, okay, wait a minute. Even the number of 55%, what's a Boku vote so? Now you can have districts and they back. You say 2/3 of the districts. You can't put this. Now, instead of getting even, how they call them, 10 districts or 11. Now, okay, before getting 8 districts, would that be the simple? Now you say we forget about 10 to 11 districts. And you don't create them districts here. And how this is different, some people will argue saying that APC starts for make districts. APC creating districts, not get nothing for do with election winning. Presidential election, nothing. They're not tied together. Whether they mean create 50 districts, you not get nothing for do with determining whether they win the election or whether not they win the election. But here they're using it, tying it to this. So what is wrong? If you don't begin be APC not follow, they tell them be there, then get sense.
No, but give me time now. You don't.
That's a better one. They get better sense. They don't allow them guys here for what happens. Tell God thank you that they born we. Tell God thank you that they born we. So we see this. I said no.
It's okay.
This is not the work.
Okay, you made your point, man. Let me tell you.
But we still not go to PRA to not accept.
Okay.
Honorable Admakan, all this really happen. Is it for political advantage? Because now you same one talk now just now. Say una be make this constitution we be the APC because una be the feel like una go na power forever.
At that time,
is it the same thing repeating itself?
At
The
that time,
then go na power forever.
No,
so then they
waiting the SLPP they do right now is to make sure that everybody has a very, very level playing field for get to power. The points where this young man they explained is that he's misleading the public.
How?
The district business not in this bill anymore. They don't remove them. Okay. He's talking as if it's there. It's not there. It's just 50+1 and no districts are mentioned. So you know, and now we've not been there for the last.
No, they talk about how we went to Parliament.
No, but we're talking about what is on now. You mean you're taking us back into history?
About how the position changed.
Well, let me come, please. I waited for you.
No, but you spoke about
I waited for you. I wait for you.
Yes, we accepted in 2017, but waiting lead to the change of position is what I'm talking about. I'm not misleading anybody.
They come. The districts 20%, 2/3, it's not in this bill. They don't remove them.
Oh, they don't remove them. Okay.
50% plus. Well, you should have stayed in Parliament.
No, I know that. It was removed.
He commoded on the wrong premise then. He left Parliament on the wrong premise.
So how did he go?
You see, it can happen when they give you a question in mathematics. You quickly know where you begin answer. When you go at the bottom now, you say that was not the condition under which you for answer. So you left before you knew what was happening. Okay, so the 20% not there again, no district not there. And besides, you see, you talk about creating districts as if it is whimsical. It is not whimsical. The act where we approve 2009 was amended. The Local Government Act 2009 give the president or head of state the right to create a district or any locality and call it what he wants. That's just conditional. It's just they call the minister, the finance minister, the development minister, and him, the president, and decide, say, yeah, because of this population here and there, and for their access to services and things like that, increase to these remote people, let us give them a district and a district headquarter town. Because development, now district headquarter towns, and they pay attention to first before they go. So creating more districts means you are taking the development. That's what we did to create Falabar and Karene.
Nobody's questioning that.
That's what we did. So the Kamakwe now, it's not being run from Makemi, it's being run from Kamakwe itself in Karene district. So the development really happen. Now Makeni ain't go happen now. Kamakwe or Port Loko for that instance. So that is a developmental oriented. It's not about elections. So I left that one day. So it's 50.1 where they talk, say, the people that will be old 6 years at that time in 2017, now they know 18 and go to vote. You see why they were not in the voters list? They are too young. There is a limit in this country. Now 18-year-olds people and up, now then they vote. You understand? So all them people where you talk about 8 million, it's not today all they vote. The 18 years and above decide for them. That is democracy.
3.5 million.
What it is? Yes, you decide for them.
And 1.5 voters. So what about the 2 million?
You decide for them. You decide for them. And so 50.
Did they get 50% of the registered voters?
Who?
President Bio.
In the last time?
Yes.
56% he had.
Of the registered voters?
No, of the ones who voted. No, now the votes count. Now the votes count. Now you care about not to registered voters. If you register and no vote, now your business.
No, but don't take this point in isolation. Don't take them in isolation. They tell you. I told you about the story behind the shift of position. You say no, we accept. You no, be in the cabinet. Now accept 50 plus 1.
So you are saying now the APC is younger this time?
No, I'm not saying that.
And you have decided
the APC
that
thinks. The APC now thinks.
Also, the APC don't, you not been the think before?
It thinks better than what it means.
It's not the think before, so we not been the think.
No, it thinks better.
I see.
It thinks better.
So you change your mind?
I'll tell you.
We change the position of the...
Yes, because of what
say so. Say we don't change our mind. Don't accept.
We're not denying that.
Yeah, you did.
SLP also they changed their mind on such a nomination. Didn't they?
That is not fundamental. So
no, but didn't they change their mind on such a nomination?
That is not what we're discussing.
So this one is fundamental, right?
A fundamental issue of 50.1.
Such a nomination of fundamental.
You say we not change your mind because we will be they will not be the team.
So why they go?
I make you left and give you now. So you can think better. All right. So how I'm saying this thing is that the people then what is important is that the PR is better for all of us. PR na cooperative. First past the post. Nah, sole trader.
But then continue for maintain them position.
Well,
and as of
maintain
this
it.
morning, they don't pull a press release distancing themselves from the amendments bill.
Fine.
Where presidents know
Fine.
signature on it.
Fine.
And if they continue for talk about this peace, national.
No. You cannot say you have to hold the country on what do you call it as a hostage all the time.
What the
That's what they're trying to do. They say we are APC, we're not Greece, so we're going to hold the country hostage. We're moving on as a country. Part of the bringing peace.
The peace and national cohesion, our President Bio repeatedly, even in recent state opening speech, he continue for re-echo the words of peace, national cohesion. And now they say the APC want for all the country hostage.
Yeah, they shouldn't have worked out. They should not have worked out. Peace don't mean say you for hold the country to hostage.
When are we right for walkout?
Walkout by all means. It's a right and you are not counted.
Yeah, fine, fair enough.
That's it.
Fair enough.
Listen, my
Just
friend.
keep the number.
It's
96.
Very easy.
96 is
96.
Two thoughts.
If you say 96, okay, I'll accept 96, but me not say 97 vote.
Okay.
97 voted. 97 were in parliament. It's 100%. It's 3/3. It's not 2/3 even. Now who that the parliament 90 vote? Section 91. Your constitution.
Okay, just
not
keep this. Let's just keep this.
Your constitution. APC constitution.
Let's just keep this.
1991.
So is the APC?
It's even coincidental, isn't it? The Constitution was done in 1991, and that clause they go hide up 91. That Constitution 91. Was it by design?
Honorable, the APC they refuse for embrace this peace and national unity
to be done. They work out. You see, for me, I'm disappointed because lots of them are my representatives. I'm sorry about that. I wish they were not my representative, but they are. The thing is that if you're representing me, you should seek my interest rather than your own. Or your particular party. The party is just there to shape the opinion of the people, political opinion of the people. But it is not to hamper progress. The politics is there to develop, to improve the welfare of the people. We are not doing it by walking away. You walk away. It was an exercise in futility. Believe me, it does not have any locus in law, any locus in this constitution. They walked away. And I know why. They walked away because if they had stayed for a vote, there would have been some fence breakers. They don't want for disgrace. There's people don't come on.
Why you say they're not going for disgrace?
Because people aim for commodity votes.
They don't use money, they don't bribe some people.
No, it's not bribing. People have conscience.
You lead the
people have conscience now.
Yeah,
and there are rumors about that.
So president huge amounts of money.
I have not heard of that.
Oh, but you heard about us having meetings in rooms.
Yeah, and
coercing. Well, you just said it. Say we were coerced.
No, you don't. You have your party office. You sit there, you make your decisions.
Yeah, but you heard about that. You heard about say we.
Yeah, I know because I was there. I know. Say when things like this come, then they call me in a room.
Oh, you are in it.
I was there. You see, that's the disadvantage you people have.
Okay.
I was there.
Okay.
Honorable.
So I know it's in the happen inside.
Honorable.
As I did the ballet.
For Honorable Fakan. For Honorable Fakan, they hold the country to ransom with any small thing we happen at Parliament. When they walk away.
I'll say a few things on this very seriously again. I think I don't mention it this morning. That is not true. We've been cooperative. You push people to the wall till they get to that point, they cannot accept it anymore. Now we return to work after the boycott without them not doing nothing yet. Nothing changed. We sign this agreement, this new one, this communique. They're not implementing anything. We decided, okay, let's go back. We went back, people, and start for drag their feet. Now we accept for going to technical committee. Now we accept for go parliament, go sit down and even do this bill. Now we accept we have representatives who attended the ECOWAS thing. Seems like we know they make progress, we don't they come together. But when you want for push things, you only able to make peace with this person where things they go sweet. Then are you not ready for make peace? When this person self get your own opinion on certain things, listen up. That's where things sweet no more. We're part of the development of this nation. I tell people that dictatorship not start one day. They wake up morning you be dictator. Over a period. You start by testing the waters. And come 2018, different things happen and pull in a parliament. Replace with people the way They not do by elections, just people were lost. Many other things taken to the election, taken to killing of people. Nothing came out of all the one and day. We get to this point. Now, what I talk about earlier, this constitution within the water down. So, the moment somebody realizes I can get my way on everything, nothing or they for stopper, they become a despot. Despotic power, they go inside. Power is the most dangerous thing in this life. Power and money. Power pass money. So it's more dangerous than even money, wealth. So when you realize that, okay, I'm above everybody, there's nothing that controls me, there's nothing that guides me, I can get me where anyhow I want, it becomes a dangerous thing. And that is my fear. And that is where I feel so the head. You see, people, they do that thing here. I say history gets a funny way for repeating itself. Albert Magai in a clear case. 50 plus 1, or any amount for them put, the APC will win the 2028 election. Let's say then argue now, say not possible. But what if it happened? They all left there wholly as so. APC can't take on. You have a bad leader. You use them. Like how Sheki then say they use Albert Magai way. Now so it take a start this one party system. When you they start something, I will tell you again, this people would improve in a parliament. So Sheki and 4 others were removed from parliament the same way. They were removed. Sheki was voted in for represent Lonsar, but local district. Yes, Angbinti was removed. The same thing. They repeat himself. All the time with them pull with, so he repeat himself. When they come, they say we pull 2, so then pull 10. What if this same system where they use for PR so where they give themselves 4 seats in Port Local, give themselves 6 seats in Freetown, take now we area then 1-1. Who said take power now? Who take power now? We say we don't take 4 seats na Kailang, 5 na Kenema. Because the person they retaliate, they do worse past what you do. Let we think. Let we think, oh, me company. And I would have did them. Then they retire just now. I believe, say, well, don't talk, I say they retire after this time, they retire. Not so you say, sir? Okay, and no answer than that. You still get one time. but the young people, need to be careful of this. Like you say, politics that biscuit can work any side. Win also they win. But if this biscuit works on side, we don't know like.
Honorable Timbo, quickly before council, Honorable Alpha Khan, if for fix this, what do you think they need for be done?
For fix this constitution?
For fix what happen at Parliament on Monday?
I'm not even go to fixing that they don't pass.
So you're not
the only thing we left are the president. I will not advise the president on what to do. He's the fountain of honor. If I get sense past all man, that's what the constitution say. If after I don't refer to section 188, I don't see all waiting there inside. I don't hear the confusion waving the speaker self depan. Speaker confused so. But you know say the power gets sense pass we also in not confused like how the speaker confused. So he interpret better than the speaker. Because you already give the rule is saying confused. So in the send now to Supreme Court. But you as president, you take your decision. That's the only way out.
Right.
Yeah. My son is a very good debater. So we come along. You painted a picture of somebody who builds himself up from a benign leader to a dictator. Let I tell you, say, this will not apply with President Bill. I've been with him.
I'm not saying he will.
And I'm telling you, I've been with him. And I've seen him when you were much younger in 1996. He was a leader. But he gave up. So it don't already show say.
Did he willingly give it up?
He did. Otherwise, as a soldier, I get going. What
was being about?
Please, when you talk this now, they interject. Now he called Bintu Money too.
For?
Yes, but make the people decide what he wants.
After
so he went with them. Hey, Adekambbo, please.
You said they mislead.
But you are hold on. When you get the talk,
that is true. But
until succeed, learn for talk. Okay, I'll allow you for that.
Yeah, that's
you don't talk done. So let's have a conversation. It's my turn now.
Bintumani 1, I said they'll do elections. Elections before peace. Bintumani 2 wanted to change it to peace before elections. That means the President Bill wanted to continue.
No, he did not want to continue. If you want to continue, in 1987. President Sassou Nguesso was president of Congo. Today, 2026, he's still president of Congo.
Denis Sassou Nguesso.
Thank you. Because I met him then. That was when Sankara was killed that year. I was with him. So, I tell you, he's not that type of person. I make it a call for dialogue all the time. Say, let's talk. So, let me know what scared people say this could happen. Whatever this constitution says and what the parliament does legally and legitimately, that's what President Bill will do. That I can assure you. I've been with him for quite some time. So this issue about you, maybe another party will come. He's not making the constitution for himself and for the SLPP, and he said that. He's making it for Sierra Leone. It doesn't matter who comes. This constitution where we don't pass the parliament, so we don't pass the parliament by abstaining. You just gave us the ball. It's not a penalty when I give you so. He just walked away. Left the goal empty. Yes, left the goal empty.
Fall in the trap.
Yes. So the one way I don't give you so don't pass. It is actually a most benign constitution. We go help with. And I'll always describe it as a Magna Carta. Magna Carta is the constitution that really brought peace to the UK, to England in 1215, when King John, with the monarch barons and the dukes, the barons and the dukes, the paramount chief them, and the palmami them, in England. So they said, but we don't tire. Let's stop fight, let's have an agreement. They had this Magna Carta. And since that time, Britain don't get no other constitution, written constitution. Everything they do now is a convention around the Magna Carta. That is what President Bill is doing for us.
All right.
Proportional representation. Women, youth improvement, regional balance, tribal balance, district balance, and all that sort of thing. And all that. And you clean the line. We then call Mendy line, Timney line. We are cleaning it. It's going to be Saloon line. That is this way. So let us give this a chance. If you're not satisfied, follow the law. Don't do like what Dr. Samura did. He said, no, they go court. You go to court. Go and ask. That's why the institution is there. You're a lawyer. That's why you. And your father was Chief Justice, my brother. All right? So you should be very one that respects the laws, the courts. So go there.
All right.
Please,
thank you very much, gentlemen. Who wanna join me this morning for can look at I don't know how to say it. If now amended constitution.
It's amended.
All right, we will continue with this conversation again because the APC still continue for distance themselves. Thank you, Honorable Usman Timbo and Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan. We get two honorable men then I will miss this. For joining me this morning. Many thanks. I see a lot of people and get interest in this conversation today. Many thanks to Musa Saokoma and his team. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a good day.
All right, till we meet again, Mabel Kabade, so get a lovely day and goodbye. The world, they move fast, especially in the social media space. Every second, plenty things they happen, but waiting actually you they look for. Interesting story then at the social media where they shape your life. So, not waiting they happen at the problem, but how it affects you. Welcome to Trends. Also, we dey bring you the real story them behind the social media noise. From technology, we don't take over the office them to see them where they happen to we every day. We dey dig deep, ask the hard question them but then story here. Join the conversation every Saturday, 10 to 11 o'clock na morning, na all Liberty Online TV platform them.
Salon they take action for every mama and every pikin. Together we go reach zero. We all for take action so no mama no go die where it give life. No pikin no go die from preventable sickness. No pikin no go left behind for take maclet. The race to zero day on now.
But zero no go happen by chance. If you na mama or belle woman, take action, go na clinic early. If you na papa, take action, support mama, care you picking for maclet. If you na chief, take action, encourage belle woman them for go hospital for the well body one. We all for take action for save the life of we woman and picking them. So join with today for take action for reach zero. This message they come out from the Ministry of Health together with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education.
Every great leader begins with a single step. At Olive B Academy, we are raising a new generation of confident, courageous, and purpose-driven African girl leaders. Has your daughter completed the expression of interest form from JSS 1, JSS 2, or SSS 1 for the 2026 to 2027 academic year? Then this is her opportunity to take the next step toward an exceptional future. Join us for the Olive B Academy entrance examination and assessments on Friday 14th and Saturday 15th August 2026, beginning at 12 noon at the beautiful Olive B Academy campus. All applicants are expected to attend. For enquiries, call 232-73-244-444 or 232-90-244-444. Olive B Academy, raising the next generation of African girl leaders.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.